To continue our series of easy meal preps to lose fat and build muscle, we're making a cheesy pasta that actually works. And it has just 500 calories and 50 grams of protein. And to go with it, buttery garlic beef cubes with a trick for getting an instant sauce with almost no extra prep time. To start, we'll need beef. More specifically, I'm using tri-tip for this recipe. But no matter the cut you're using, it's important to trim off all the visible fat. Almost every diet recipe out there is calculated using lean cuts, but with the fat removed. And if you leave it on, the macros will be different from the ones I calculated here. Once trimmed, try to level the meat as much as possible and cut it off in strips, then turn 90 degrees and cut into thick cubes. These will shrink by about 80% once seared, so leave them a little bigger than your final size. Next, we'll chop a handful of parsley to finish the dish, and finally 4 garlic cloves, which will need grated or crushed. You can use the fine side of a box grater if you don't have a vertical one, and set those aside too. Now, in a large heavy skillet over high heat, grease with 1 teaspoon of oil and add the beef. Spread it in a single layer without overlapping. My skillet here is 28 centimeters and is just enough to handle all the beef without losing the heat. So if yours is smaller, I highly recommend searing in 2 batches. When the beef is about 80% cooked, add 10 grams of butter and half of the crushed garlic. Stir quickly, just until the garlic turns aromatic. During that time, the beef will finish cooking. Then finish with the chopped parsley. And look at this. Garlic and butter alone already make this amazing, but we're going to take it even further. Remove it from the skillet and now take all the liquid that came out of the beef and mix with 3 grams of cornstarch. Return that to the skillet and heat while scraping the bottle until it thickens. And check this out, an almost instant beef gravy with garlic and butter flavor. Then just toss it with the cooked beef and set it aside until we serve. Now, to make the pasta. In a blender, add 500 grams of cottage cheese, which naturally is a semi-firm, lumpy cheese, but once blended, it turns super creamy and has a unique flavor that kind of resembles mozzarella with a bit of tang and milkiness. This is going to be the base for our sauce. Now, also add 90 grams of milk and blend until smooth about 30 to 60 seconds. In a high-power blender, the blades get hot enough to soften the cottage cheese and make it super creamy. But if yours is weaker, just blend it a bit longer. It'll get there eventually. Now, in a tall pot of boiling water, add a generous pinch of salt and drop in the pasta. And while that cooks, heat a large pan over medium heat with 10 grams of butter. And saute 2 crushed garlic cloves with 14 grams of chicken bouillon powder. Which might sound like a weird ingredient here, but bouillon adds a umami flavor that's typical in a classic cheese sauce. But since cheese is higher in calories and we're trying to keep the calories low, the bouillon gives us just the flavor boost we need. Just saute them until the garlic is aromatic and add 150 grams of tomato paste. Cook it briefly, stirring constantly, just until it thickens. This removes the canned flavor and makes it sweeter and richer. Now turn off the heat and add the cream cheese. Mix it well and add the blended cottage cheese with the milk and another 30 grams of cornstarch. And heat it gently, without boiling, until the sauce thickens slightly. The cornstarch here is essential because it doesn't just thicken, it also keeps the sauce from curling after heating. So don't skip it. And the pasta's done. Now just divide the pasta and beef evenly into 8 meal prep containers and let's taste it. Ooh, wow. This has to be like the ultimate diet pasta. If you eat it without the beef, it has almost 20 grams of protein. Just the pasta. And the flavor is amazing. It has garlic, cheddar-like flavor, extreme creaminess. The sauce fully coats the pasta. And the beef just pairs super well with the pasta. It has a flavor and sauce of its own, but perfectly complementing the pasta. And if you like this video and want more diet recipes that are carefully tested and explained so you get it right for the first try, check out one of these videos. And I'll see you there.